Hello and welcome to the Battle of the Week. This time we have another one. Yeah, I know. I keep receiving these and I probably should stop commentating them, but people keep asking. So today we have got yet another example of Mistru and his cronies going around ruining people's day. So let's just find out how they're ruining this time. I legit do not know. This is my first time watching it. So we see Spanatz decided to go into the medical field and raise cancer awareness using his light artillery. Now, light artillery is not as bad, nearly as bad as heavy artillery. Still, it's kind of annoying to be shot at by it, as we are about to find out. For some reason, he's not shooting. Well, anyway. Oh, we see some elephants coming through here. Slingers are shooting at them with the Jojo holding the line with Tigix with his war dogs. I guess they decide to abandon all semblance of team cohesion and just decide to pick randoms, which sounds about right. I mean, it kind of gets boring when you pick your mains all the time. I mean, you either quit the game or just play something else. Regardless, this is some really good damage from those slingers on those elephants. Like, this is legit pretty good. 5.4k, I'll take that. And look at the total damage coming at them. Let's see what else is happening over the map. We've got the red team fighting in the woods over here. And the blue team's trying to push. But the most interesting part are these elephants. See, guys, don't just charge in with your elephants. Stop being so suicidal. Come on. Was that heavy? Yep, they've got heavy artillery. Of course they do. Now, yeah, that's some decent damage by elephants, but you're just sacrificing yourself, you know? Best case scenario, you're gonna exchange 1-to-1, and in this case, you're not gonna do that. And here we see slingers just killing themselves. As they should. It's because of this angle over here, so watch for that one. Got some really nice damage. If you're trying to kill elephants, try to shoot them in the back. Unlike Mistru over here. Ooh, nice shot. Sorry about the camera work over here. Ooh, that was some good artillery fire. Whee! That slow on those elephants is insane. And another one down. Pew! See, these guys on the top, they're so useless. They're not doing any damage or anything, but I think they slow down. But they're not dying, so good for them. I love seeing these elephants die. Let's see what's going on the other flanks. Oh, in the northern flank, looks like the blue team is kinda getting their teeth kicked in. And the blue team is kinda defensive in the middle. The numbers are very close. I mean, red team has lost their suicidal elephants, which is not that much of a loss. A good elephant player can be pretty good. But this is just suicide. Well, let's see. Blue team is moving towards right to assist them over there. Just look at the range of these slingers. This is crazy. And the heavy artillery is firing. Look at all this camping going on. I mean, just the presence of the heavy artillery doesn't leave much choice to the blue team, because otherwise they would be fighting with one less man, and that 10% difference is a pretty big one. And so we have the slingers who left the woods and are now in the swamp, shooting towards these light cavalry. Just look at this damage. Woo! The cavalry should probably intercept them. I mean, they clearly have overextended. It's true. What are you doing? Although it's obvious, they kind of stopped taking it seriously at this point. Although I don't see why, because the numbers are still pretty close. Where is the spearman? And we see them getting attacked. Sounds about right. Sorry, we kind of missed the charge over there. I wonder what the rest of the red team doing. Are they just sitting in the base? Are they pulling from the other side? We just don't know. You know, it wouldn't be the first time that people would just sit in the base and not do anything when they see a team. Like a 4-man team. Like, I've seen that happen before, so maybe it's one of those cases. Regardless, let's speed this up. This is just torture at this point. Let's see. Oh, we have some vision over here. This tower is heavily camped. It looks like they were sitting in the base, but they weren't exactly defenseless. So 2 players of the red team is down, 1 player of the blue team is down, and the numbers are pretty close. It can turn either way. Now I think we have them fighting one another. The group versus group, I think? I am not sure. You know, these ledges are quite useless. Although they used to be heavily overpowered. They should buff them up. Like, there should be a reason to be on the ledge. At this point, it just makes you more vulnerable. Like this. Whee! Just look at the spectacle. Whee! Alright, they're shooting the heavy artillery for a good reason. After all, if they run out of men, they will not be able to fire, and here we go. Heavy artillery is basically out of commission. We're doing some good damage over here. These walls are pretty good at blocking those skirmisher fire, you know? Something to think about for the competitive. I mean, if you're planning to camp, might as well bring the right stuff. The other hand, we've got the rest of the team kind of pushing. These cavalry are just standing there menacingly. Okay, we've got the light artillery fire on slingers. The problem is, slingers hard counter light artillery. And that is how. 1 down. 2 down. I think. No. 2.5. Sorry, 1.5. Yep, 2 down. They still did pretty decent damage, but I think that's the combination of the archers and the light artillery. Now, the light artillery does have better range, but not by much, especially against these guys. And the damage it can take is very limited. Oh, and here we see javelins coming out. They should have came out a long time ago. And I think they should have been in range, but look at this camp over here. How are you supposed to get past that? Oh my god, they have it everywhere. That was their plan. All the entrances are blocked with 2 sets of 1 barricades and stakes. There is no melee going in, so... oh my god. Who's this guy? He's genius. He's kind of like single file pulled inside, but with his archers. It's like all the marks you get for pushing inside smartly, you lose for pushing in the wrong unit. That's the funny thing about these barricades. You can just walk around them. Regardless, pretty smart idea. It's basically a camp. Like, this is a full-blown, like, military camp right here. Looks like the barricades over here are broken. It's an attack on all sides. Well, the blue is winning 2-1. Let's see what they're gonna do against these barricades. Yep, they're trying to break them, but it's gonna take a while. Javelins finally realize it, but I feel like Javelins heavily misplayed in this game. Very heavily. Yeah. And the changes to the javelins, the recent debuffs to the raised shields, of course, cause quite a bit of difference. I mean, their reload time is increased, their view range is reduced, their range is reduced, and their movement speed too. I mean, what's the point? Although I kinda like it. Javelins shouldn't be able to stay under enemy fire like they used to. Right now it's more like a utility skill. Look at all this fire coming towards those javelins. They need to go down quickly. Now the nice thing is that the teams are pulling, they're very conservative with their numbers. They're not taking unnecessary risks, they're just fighting to their strengths. And Jojo and his pink spearmen are right here just fighting. All well and good. And they're just finishing up at this point, and this is how you break a camp. And yeah, it looks like they played for the time. Did they? Or was that Annihilation victory? I think they played for time this time. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed this one, and we will see you next time.